Hey everyone, Judy Haddad, owner of Orange Purple Passions, My Healing LLC, and founder and executive director of 5 Purple Oranges, the charity I founded after the loss of my son Elan when we were hit by a truck in Dodge County, Wisconsin. I want to talk a little bit, this is slated for my Transformation Tuesdays, a little bit late. I'm just getting my land legs back. I wanted to talk a little bit about resilience, transformation after loss. I guess the new normal. So I was sitting in, literally sitting on the bottom of the ocean in Thailand, in Koh Kood, Thailand, and I was sitting on the sand and the water was all around me and the beach was behind me, the mountains were in front of me, this beautiful expanse of this amazing water. And I thought, wow, this is just incredible. This is one of the most fantastic things I've ever seen. And then it hit me that I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be seeing this without the loss of my child. And there's always that juxtaposition I have to deal with. And it's funny, I take these trips, I take these cruises, it's all my mom. And it's because of the losses in our lives. It's because of my dad's brain injury that she now needs to travel with me and travel, and get away and take a break and have that me time so she can come back and take care of him. It's because of the loss of her grandchild and my child that we go on these trips, and invariably we get told, no matter what trip we're taking, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, I really wish I still had my mom. Oh, you have no idea. Treasure these moments. And I look at my mom, and although we're enjoying the trip and we have a good time together, and I do treasure my mom, and I'm very understandably lucky to have her at my age and her age, but I wouldn't be on this trip without the loss of my son. And it's not something you can then blurt out. I don't have, it's a physical, it's an emotional scar that is not visible to everyone. And I don't know that I would want it to be visible to everyone, but sometimes you just want to say, I know, let me say this, I know I don't react the way they expect me to react. And the reason is because although I understand that I'm lucky to have my mom and I'm lucky to be going on these trips, I know the reason why. I know it's because of this monumental tragedy. And it used to bother me a lot. But now I have flipped it. Because that is, instead of, I have those moments where if not for this, I don't look at life that way anymore. I can't, because it's going to hold me back from everything good in my life. If everything good in my life, I say, if not but for the loss of my child, I would not have this, I won't appreciate it. I will never know how to truly give thanks, how to truly be grateful for those good things in my life. So I have to look at them on the face value. I cannot continue to do that. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing to face, because I talk about a lot of my clients being happy in their pain. It's a safe and comfortable place. This is what I know. This pain, be it emotional, be it physical, this is what I know. This is how I define myself. If you were to meet me on the street and we were to become acquaintances and we go out for a few coffees, I guarantee you will not know that that is my story, the loss of my child. It is not the first. It is not the fifth. It is not the 10th thing out of my mouth. And even when I'm asked what I do for a living. So it's not that I'm discounting what that tragedy has brought into my life, good and bad. It's that this is my life, this is what it is, and I have to face that this is what it is. And maybe that pushes me out of the comfort zone of in the beginning, wanting that scar. Like I had physical scars, I had a limp, I had this broken body, I had a sadness. I needed those to protect me as I was healing. But the truth of the matter is I can't go on to this great life that I know my child would want for me if everything is tainted by, if not, but for the loss of you. So I choose to give gratitude. I choose to be grateful for those experiences with my mom, for the ability to travel, for the ability to be seen as Judy and not a mother in trauma. That is a gift. That is a gift, because then I can have an effect on your life as who I am and by what I do, and not by a skewed view of what you think I am. And it's funny when those people come up and say, oh, you're so lucky to have your mom. I think it does provide them some sort of, I think in a way it is a salve, and in a way as well, it brings up their memories. It brings up their love of a parent no longer there. So with every trip with my mom, and there are more coming up, I look at that as an adventure. Not as we're getting away because it's tiring taking care of dad, or, oh, we're getting away because the sadness is too much to deal with. It's like, no, we're getting away because we enjoy traveling together, and this is a great opportunity, and this is what we want to see now, and we want to be drunk for 2 weeks straight, whatever it might be. We're not escaping, we're enjoying, we're grabbing life, we're relishing, we're jumping in. And that's my message for you on this Transformation Tuesday. It's tough to say this is my new normal. I understand that. It's a difficult thing to think about, but we are experiencing traumas all our lives, little, small, whatever they may be. And that scar tissue is what forms us, and that's what helps us grow. And if you're constantly picking at that scab, if you are holding on to that wound, you're not going to become the person you were meant to be. Be grateful for what your trauma has taught you, what your trauma has created in you. Learn from it and grow. Sadly, we all know it can take us down. We look at the students and parents of children who have recently taken their own lives due to the trauma of the school shootings, due to the trauma of the loss of a child, due to the horrific PTSD they must be suffering. And I'm just letting you know that your pain is real, but you cannot let that take you down. Your children, your friends, your parents would not want this awful tragedy to make you another victim. And I know I lost my child, and to me, well, it was a horrific way. But I did not lose a child at the hands of a monster with a gun. I did not. I saw him in the hospital where as banged up as he was, he still looked like my boy. So I can't imagine that pain, although I have my own. I can't imagine that pain. But I'm asking you, please find help. Find help, because you are loved. There are things worth living for. And living, going on with life, I know it makes you feel guilty in many ways, but it's not what your loved ones would want for you. Choosing life is what they would want for you. Thanks for watching.